Button. Live. 1 second.
Hey folks, Glenn Davis. I am the blind dude. Apparently the weather's getting real chilly all of a sudden. It's going up and down here in North Charleston, South Carolina. And the current temperature is current temperature?
It's currently 66 degrees.
Right now it's 66 degrees and it's pretty nice. It's a little chilly. The weather's gonna go up and down. It's gonna get warm next week in the middle 70s, and it's also gonna be rain and thunderstorms, possibly Sunday as well. And enjoy the weekend. If it does rain, you got good games with March Madness. But apparently Gonzaga creamed Florida State, and it was a surprise because a lot of people thought it would be at least a good game, but apparently several games was like 60, 70 something, and the low score was 40s or low 50s range. It was a lot of cream and going down on March Madness with these games, and apparently they didn't play very well. So, Gonzaga is one I'm pulling for, and I think they have a good chance. They're playing some good ball right now. You got Duke playing tonight, and I do believe they gonna have a chance to win. So that'd be a good game, Gonzaga and Duke. How about that, folks? Wouldn't that be nice? But we have to see the rest of the schedule there. I think Kentucky won their game too, and any game that they'll play on the next round should determine whether Kentucky or Gonzaga will be in the Final Four and maybe the championship game. So I hope you all win your pick and maybe participate in Warren Buffett's thing about the if you score a perfect choice in your March Madness, you will be winning $1 million, I think it is. So he can afford it. More power to him. And he's a rich dude, trying to walk around like he's poor. But everybody knows Warren Buffett by now. So I think he should show it off and wear nice clothes. The NFL did the right thing. I hope they suspended and fired that guy that was involved with the Florida prostitution. He needs to set an example for the young players coming in to the NFL. And what good is he if he's going to do promiscuous behavior and he's got to learn to keep his pants up? And I hope he's in trouble if he's married and if he hurt his family in any way. He should be persecuted and have to shell out some of that money that he's got, for doing the wrong thing. At least I know the right thing because I have a relationship with the Lord and my God, and I know that they know it too. And if you pray every day and your family prays together, they stay together. I ask you all to go to your favorite house of worship. My favorite is New Jerusalem Church at 108 Dorchester Manor, and it's at the phone number 843-207-9915, and it's also um, a great church, and their service is Sunday 10 to 12. But I urge everyone to not buy T-Mobile. They're a lying company, and I give them a 1.5 star. And I know there's more than me out there in that TV land that has been hurt by them, and I want to make sure that y'all know that they do the blind wrong. promised us a new cell phone, an i5 for the wife, and they haven't delivered. He said it'd be here 2 to 3 days. Today's the third day, and they didn't do it. So deal, my rating for T-Mobile is 1.5 stars. Be careful in these cell phone companies, 'cause they don't deliver what they promise, and they lie to us, and we're blind. It's not fair. They need to do better in promising what they need. And also, folks, call Christian Faith Publishing, and it's a good read. I've got testimonies. Can't put it down. It's in hardback with a dust cover, and it's also in paperback. And if you call 866-554-0919, they would be able to go to the extension 3818. She's Abby Parker. She will be able to help you get the book ordered and how many books you want, or you're a company and wish to sell my books. You can ask Abby Parker at 3818 and how many books you like to order. And I would like y'all to give it a shot and see what you think. And it's all good. It's no cussing. And I'm against Hollywood and using sinful language and using God's name in vain. I'd like to get a petition drive, and I'm having a hard time. People won't help me, and I need help to do it. And I want to get a petition and go against Hollywood. And to me, it's not an art when you use God's name in vain. And this language is very disrespectful, and it's awful harmful. If you don't think about your kids, you should. For the kids should not listen to that kind of language, and they try to copy it, or they get it from you guys. So be careful on what you say around the house, for it will be copied by children. So raise your kid to be straight and tall, and either be a man or a woman, and let them know right away with a bar of Life Boy in their mouth that it's not right for them to use that kind of language. And they start early age. Be careful. In this state, girls at 14 can have sex and marry. Be careful with what they go out with. And if the dude does not be with God and doesn't read the Bible, have a relationship, or be a Christian, run him out of the house immediately by the neck, if possible, for he does not belong in your house, especially if you are a believer. And God would not like ladies messing around with devil worshiping. So you just run them out the house by the neck, or just call whatever police department. They'll be happy to run them out for you and put them in the slammer. So I urge folks to do that, for your children really don't know how old they are, and they think they're 30, but they're still wet behind the ears. So I urge you guys to be careful with their age and not to ruin their life. Encourage reading and encourage a college education, and enjoy life first, then meet that special someone, and then be married. And these teams in March Madness, they're not being motivated to win, and they just sit down on the job. And if my calculations are correct, and score in low 40s or 50s or mid 40s tells me that they're doing like 20% or a little above, maybe 30% shooting. And I know these teams are probably coached to do better. Now we'll see how Duke and all them play tonight. And this should be Final Four or eight should be tomorrow. And then it's the championship will be decided. It might be the Final Four Sunday, so that these teams will decide Monday or Tuesday in April on who will play for the NCAA championship. Hang on, folks.
Finish. Button. Live. 10 minutes 51 seconds.
And folks, you got 10 minutes to go. I hope my battery holds out. It's in low battery mode. And I apologize if my phone does go out. Baseball's starting now, but they always start out slow. I haven't kept up with the Braves. I'll give you a detailed report on this weekend on Monday on how the baseball teams are progressing. They'll be in full swing action by next Thursday, and that should be the 4th. The 4th of April.
Alert. Low battery.
Yeah. The 4th of April should be it when they get started. Minor league ball will be it, and I'll be able to catch with the scores of the River Dogs in our local area. Hockey should be over next week or during the month of April. We already have soccer going, and I have to catch up with that for you guys. So it's going to be a great warm weekend. TV is approximating about around the 80s for tomorrow. I don't believe it. This reporter thinks it will stay in the mid to upper 70s, but I don't think it's going to hit 80s. But winter ain't done yet. It's going to be up and down to around the 8th or middle of the month. Then we'll see how it goes. You know the old saying, don't you? Like, April showers bring May flowers. And we'll see if the thunderstorms start in a heavy way. And it will become even dangerous for everyone out there with tornado season right now. So be careful out there, be watchful, and have your weather apps um, activated on your phone so you'll be able to be safe and keep up with thunderstorms in your area. And this is a dangerous part of spring when they will form if conditions are right. So beware of tornadoes and thunder, okay? Lightning especially. Be careful out there, all right? Now, like I say, baseball will count. Preseason it should be over April the 4th, and it will start full swing in that day. Every game will count on who wins and who loses. Don't watch TCM if you are not a favor of musicals and comedy because they are that deal where I don't think they're very well put together as Doris Day movies and all this. So I bequeath you to kind of not watch them. And also, I urge people to call TCM and tell them to quit doing the way they're doing on Sunday because blind people cannot watch silent movies and blind people cannot watch foreign movies. And when they translate under the bottom of the screen, how is a blind person going to read it? I don't see nothing in that stuff. And I'm wondering why TCM, Turner Classic Movies, are doing what they're doing on Sunday. Cut it out. Complain. If you like that sort of thing, more power to you. But this Ma does not think silent movies and foreign movies are blind friendly. In fact, they discriminate the blind during that period between midnight and that morning. They all have a foreign flavor. So change your flavor and stick to English. That would be a lot better for any blind person. I like to also congratulate those teams who are doing very well in the tournament, and may they have good luck in the next round. The teams that are playing in a few minutes, I hope they do very well tonight, especially Duke, Kentucky. They're powerhouses. So I hope that they will be able to continue in the tournament. And I ask you to be supportive of those winning that tournament. And it'll be good sportsmanship. And all those who have a dog in the fight, I hope that your team moves forward and that you have great luck with your bracket. And I know you enjoy doing bracketology. So I wish you luck, and I know you'll do well, and I hope you all are doing it. But it'll be interesting conversation on those who thought these teams might win, but they're not doing very well. And I hope that y'all can keep going with your bracket. And I know a lot of you out there probably already could put it in the garbage, but keep enjoying March Madness. They can use the ratings. But here we go. Tiger Woods lost a major one. Can Tiger Woods come back from a neck or back injury? It don't seem like he can, but he's usually in the Masters tournament, so we'll see how he does there. For he will usually do well if he wants to make the big bucks, especially with a model for a wife. And I know it's expensive probably with him married to a lady such as that. So I hope that he has success in in the Masters golf tournament. And I think they have one in Texas this weekend, and maybe he's playing in that one too. So congratulations to the one that won their golf tournament past weekend on Sunday. And I hope they have no tournament that runs into our favorite CBS TV shows, 8 o'clock on. Hang on seconds.
Low battery.
Low power. Close. Button.
Live. 0 watching now. Live. 18 minutes 50 seconds.
I have 18 minutes 50 seconds, so I'll better get off the air right now. And I urge you folks to have a good night and that y'all out there be safe. Contact the White House. Still love to meet President Trump, a delegate of the Republican Party. And I urge y'all to contact the president. And I'd like to meet him in person. And I urge you folks to support me in my endeavor to meet him. And I also like to talk to him on issues about the blind and how it's unequal. And I urge him to get the country to be more supportive of disabled people. And I thank you all for having a good night. And I hope you all sleep well. And I hope you have a Au revoir, Alfreda Zay, and for everyone out there, have a great evening and enjoy your sports lineup. Thank you and good night.
Finish. Button.